Let's go on to talk about augmented reality. Augmented reality has been used in a number of industries for decades. AR is the technology behind the few markers that viewers see on TV during football games, for example. But perhaps its most important application is the popular Pokemon Go game. In construction, AR typically relies on a mobile device such as a smartphone or a tablet. For example, Trimble Sight Vision is an AR system that combines a smartphone with a lightweight, handheld integrated positioning system. The system uses GNSS, Global Navigation Satellite System, which is quite common and commonly known as GPS, to pinpoint the user's location, and a rangefinder to allow measurement between remote points and the AR model to be made. Using the smartphone's inbuilt camera, the user is able to see a 3D model overlaid on a physical surrounding and accurately locate in context. This context is important to understand precisely the interaction of the model with the environment. Sensors pick up the changes in the user's motion and point of view. Then the tool overlays the 3D model on the mobile device screen relative to what the user is seeing. AR application in construction is typically effected via a smartphone or a tablet. The AR projects a digital window that superimposes a detailed BIM model, be it a building or a road, onto the user's physical surroundings to help them visualize the placement of entire structures, as well as specific design features, objects, or systems. AR is especially useful in civil engineering and construction and for geospatial activities. Below are some examples of how to use AR. Workers can use AR to identify and mark out utilities or underground services. Mechanical and electrical service providers, they can see through floors and walls to understand how and where the MEP systems and equipment are installed compared to the reality of the completed work, to the documented design, and identifying potential clashes. Contractors can use AR to do inspections to ensure the work has been properly built, installed, or completed. AR is an effective tool for collaboration, allowing multiple people in one area to view the same digital information at the same time on their individual devices or a shared one. Because AR allows the user to remain aware of the surrounding environment, it is ideal and safe for use outdoor and benefits from integration with GNSS system for accurate positioning of the models on site. AR technologies enable any user with a smartphone to bring complex data sets to the field and easily present, share, and view them in a user-friendly format, adding immediate value to workflows and improving communication. Take a site meeting, for example. Designers, engineers, contractors, investors, owners, and even non-technical community stakeholders can visualize what a project will look like using a 3D model on an AR tool on their own devices. While viewing the model overlaid on the actual site, people can ask and answer questions, raise concern, and solve problems on the spot. Instead of crowding around paper plans, users get an instant and comprehensive understanding of the project from their own devices, and in much richer details than they would otherwise get from a 2D dataset. Users don't need a technical background or years of experience reading or interpreting design to understand what they are seeing through AR technologies. With the AR tools, users can also take photos, measurements, and notes on site. Before the meeting is over, team members can create and assign tasks to each other to ensure productive follow-up. Updates in the field can also be shared and viewed back in the office, further connecting the teams, workflow, and data. AR can be used for construction project planning. New developments in augmented reality are making it possible to generate 3D models directly on a 2D plan. Combined with 3D modeling software and building information modeling, construction companies can produce detailed, interactive models of building projects and present them to their clients at the start of a project. This allows clients to get a realistic view of the project outcomes and make any desired changes even before the construction begins. Getting this level of client involvement early in the process helps prevent costly changes later and keeps clients engaged in the project. Accuracy is an important component of any construction project. AR also allows teams to conduct walkthroughs of the entire project before it is executed, closely examining the details, the components of the structure. This foresight can prevent schedule delays, reduce cost overrun, and identify any mistakes before they surface. AR also allows automated measurements on site. AR reality gear can measure a space's physical properties, including its height, width, and depth. Construction companies can incorporate this data into models, allowing them to generate even more accurate structures and to have a more comprehensive view of how the project will look like. Having accurate measurements in construction ensures efficiency in the project time and the exact labor and materials that will be needed. In addition to the planning process, augmented reality is being developed to allow field workers to automate measurements on site during the construction itself. When wearing an AR unit, workers will be able to tap to automatically make measurements of the built components and compare them against measurements specified in the building models. This allows workers to find any inconsistencies in the structures and quickly adjust them to prevent higher costs and delays down the line. AR also allows for more easier project modifications. One major innovation in augmented reality is the ability for users to make changes to building models directly on site. Using a headset or mobile device, workers can easily display interior and exterior views of a structure and make any modifications to the virtual plans while keeping one view intact. One example is that engineers will be able to remove and relocate walls or components or modify the layout using only a few taps on their AR-enabled device. This application will be particularly useful as it allows for experts to troubleshoot any errors in a virtual view before applying changes to the physical structure. Since this digital data is continuously updated, it removes the guesswork from any project changes while improving the workflow and preventing any wasted materials. AR provides for more efficient on-site project information use. The ability to combine all digital information and documentation with one's physical view is a game changer. Information, including the locations of pipes, walls, outlets, switches, and ventilation, can be accessed directly on the site in layers that can be easily toggled off or on. Information retrieval allows field workers to effectively monitor a project against its building plan and ensure successful project completion. One example of this use is a contractor using a headset or tablet to see the locations of all the drill holes specified in the building plans, allowing them to make these additional additions correctly and move the project along. In addition to a useful information database, AR can allow users to virtually see the building's progress against its schedule, providing an additional advancement to the level of project management. As the industry continues to struggle with productivity, this application will prove to be indispensable. AR increases team collaboration. Construction projects require a great deal of collaboration between multiple team stakeholders like carpenters, electricians, plumbers, welders, designers, and managers. A successful collaboration ensures that a project is completed on time and according to the proposed budget. However, all the workers involved in the project are not always present on the job site together at any one time. Any errors that arise must wait for all parties involved to assemble and review blueprints to make changes traditionally. AR allows the users to take notes and share video views of any errors and design issues in questions and send the information to any remote teams in real time. On-site and remote team members are therefore able to consult with each other and work with the information needed, greatly lowering the time and the cost needed to make a decision among the team. AR can also be used to improve safety in the construction site. Safety is a common challenge for the construction industry. Safety programs cost a lot of time and money and aren't always properly communicated to workers. With the help of an AR headset, however, workers can be shown virtual drills, instructions, and safety scenarios. This style of direct learning not only improves their awareness of safety and provides intuitive training, but lowers training costs and downtime. Augmented reality is also being explored to create virtual models of equipment like cranes and boom lifts. Workers will be able to use their headset to practice operating heavy machinery in a safe, virtual setting, further enhancing their learning and development.